Hey guys, welcome to Two Dudes Talking. I'm DJ. That's Dustin.
What's up?
What is going on? All
There's
right, so let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. MLB Awards.
season.
You got some hot takes, and I just want to get right into it.
Well, yeah, okay. It's some of them are hot, not all of them are. So the
Lukewarmish.
yeah, some of them are fine, truthfully. So we'll start out. The MVPs went to Jose Abreu in the AL and Freddie Freeman in the NL. Completely agree, both very deserving. All the candidates were deserving. I have no issue with it. I'm very happy for Freddie. He finally got one. It's great. Um,
High
this Sunday,
pants, Freddie.
you know,
It's so off-putting seeing those high pants, man. And I'm telling you, he hikes them up.
yeah, now he can go
He's
hug it out with everybody. Once
yeah,
COVID is over.
he's definitely like nut hugging it.
And then And then the Cy Young, I had no issue with either. Obviously, it went to Justin Bieber. I mean Shane Bieber, and then
One of the
Trevor Bauer.
Beavers.
Yeah, went to Bieber. I did find it interesting that both Cy Youngs are in Ohio. That was kind of fun. I'm not sure that's happened in a long time. I'm going to managers of the year. So NL went to Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly, very deserving.
He got
Yeah.
guys off the street, right? Brought guys
Right,
off the
because they
street
had
to
the whole
play.
COVID outbreak. So got basically guys off the street, led them to the playoffs. They haven't been to the playoffs in freaking forever. AL is Kevin Cash, manager of the Rays. Now, if you take his World Series one issue into account, you wouldn't
It's a
give it,
regular
but
it's a regular
season
season award,
Exactly.
right?
So very deserved. And then where I have a problem is the Rookie of the Year for the NL. The guy had a great, great, great year. Don't get me wrong, but Devin Williams, I'm sorry, you won the Reliever of the Year award, which was amazingly deserved. But the Rookie of the Year should go to an everyday player. I'm sorry. The kid from San Diego got robbed. Don't get me wrong. Again, Devin had a great year. I'm not knocking the campaign he put together.
Cronenworth, right?
Cronenworth,
You're saying
yeah,
Cronenworth should have won.
yeah, but Cronenworth should have won. And for the AL, I completely agree. It should have been Kyle Lewis. He had a great year, everyday player, fantastic. But I just don't understand the Rookie of the Year going to a relief pitcher.
I mean, dissect the thoughts of the voters.
The voters
What were
already.
they thinking?
He had a really low ERA. He pitched in probably some big moments. Didn't play every day. His strikeout rate was huge, and he, because of all this sabermetrics, if you will, the advanced stats, they looked at it and said, he deserved it.
So numbers so big and so far above, better than everybody else.
Well, that's why I
Give
disagree.
it
I
to
don't
somebody,
think
right?
yeah.
I mean, they decided to give it to a non-everyday player.
Yeah, non-everyday player. That's where it just loses me. I'm like, I understand he had a great year, and I won't knock the numbers that he had. They're outstanding. But he didn't play every day in a shortened season. If it was like a 25 game season and he pitched every day, okay, give it to him. But he didn't. Again, great season. I'm not knocking his season. I'm just saying the Rookie of the Year should go to an everyday player, unless everybody sucks except for pitchers. Like if the league average is 202, you don't have a guy hit over 300, and you have one pitcher who wins like 30 games. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I take issue with these being regular season awards. I feel like you should be able to calculate postseason into the mix. Not saying that. Look, I understand. Like they're trying to say, no, this is regular season. We have postseason awards, but I mean, do you take umbrage with Kevin Cash getting it? Look, I understand. He took the number 28 team in payroll to the World Series.
Yeah, I think like Cody Bellinger and Seager combined.
He pulled Snell 20 some odd times before the big mistake that lost him the series.
Look, everything he did,
they worked every single time. But I think that you should be judged on and maybe he still wins, but I still think he should be judged on his full season's resume, and the postseason is part of that season. But
I'm of the opinion that the awards voting should be due, and it might be the final day of the season. They should be able to tabulate it the next day and give the award the day after that.
Done. Exactly. Then you don't have this conversation.
Yeah, then
right?
there's no conversation. Well, what happened? What about the World Series? Why are we having this? There's no talk of, well, what about that one moment? Because he got it 3 days after the regular, 4 days, whatever it is, after the regular season ended, and he deserved it.
And imagine the marketing you could have put behind that, right? You have
Manager of the
manager
year
of
versus
the
the
year,
Dodgers.
right? Kevin Cash leads, the
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays against, 3-time, manager of the year, Dave Roberts. I don't know how many times he won, but he's won.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much marketing that can be done there.
Well,
I feel like they miss an opportunity by not doing that. Same with Gold Gloves, right?
And Silver Sluggers and the Cy Young and the Rookie of the Year and the MVP. I mean, they could do it.
Yeah.
They just don't want to because to them it extends the season beyond the playoffs.
To me, it builds up the excitement for the playoffs because say you give everybody a week off, right? And then in that week, you put all of the awards, you have a huge dinner, banquet, whatever, awards, ceremony, all that good stuff. And you do it or you do it during the World Series. I don't know. I mean, but I feel like extending the season, I mean, were there a lot of people just champing at the bit to,
as an example, there's 3 candidates for MVP in each league. It was an hour of coverage. 3 guys. Why did it need to be an hour? I understand that they are trying to stretch, but come on, really? They knocked that out in 15 minutes plus commercials.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should do it just like you said. After the regular season, before the playoffs start, get it done. Then you have, not that you have to advertise Mookie Betts even more, but you have Golden Glove, right fielder, Mookie Betts,
Silver Slugger.
Leads.
Yeah.
Yes.
MVP, Freddie Freeman.
Right.
Against multiple time Cy Young winner, Clayton Kershaw.
Exactly.
Or, Cy Young winner.
Freddie Freeman, no one outside of Atlanta was going to the TV to watch him. However, he's MVP. Now, regular sports fan is like, let me check this dude out.
Well, yeah, right? But I mean, regular Joe sports fan, I'll include you in the baseball category because comparatively, if you think of the Braves right now, you're not thinking of Freddie Freeman.
No.
You're thinking of Acuna or Alves.
Absolutely.
Like Freddie's 3rd on your list, if he's even on your list. And he's been there forever.
He's probably behind, if I'm thinking about Atlanta Braves, if we're just talking about Atlanta Braves
just
in general, I'm not even thinking about him. I'm still thinking Smoltz. I'm going old school, right? I'm going Chipper Jones.
You're thinking John Rocker. Stop it.
John Rocker. Yeah. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like he hasn't.
Well, yeah, you're always going to go back. You're going to think Chipper Jones, Smoltz, Mad Dog, Glavine.
But if he's MVP, my interest is now peaked.
He moves up the list. But, I think it's great for him. He's in the latter part of his career, obviously, because he's been in Atlanta for what feels like ever. So congratulations to Freddie. Well earned, well deserved.
Yeah, I mean, those are the awards. Yeah. Oh well. In other news. New segment. In other news, down here. Look, I mentioned this. I texted you. It's really not newsworthy, but I just want to mention it. They are not sponsoring this. However, we would be open to it. I went to Jiffy Lube to get my oil changed. And I just want to say it was absolutely amazing. It was drive-through service. And I will say normally I do my own oil changes. This is the one time I did not do it. I felt lazy. I'm like, let's just go ahead and take it. Let's just get it done. You drive in, kid comes up. What do you need? This is what I need. He scans your VIN number. You go right in. You pop your hood. They do their thing. Blah, 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 blah. Kid comes up to your window. Credit card done. And you drive off. 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Never happens that quick. Because usually when you have to go inside, you have to wait. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. It adds another 10, 15 minutes.
Yep.
Go do it. It's amazing. I am all about contactless. I'm all about pickup and delivery and leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't get in my car. I was telling you, oh, gross. Somebody actually has to sit in my car. And
you said you brought like Lysol spray with you.
Yeah, I was going to open up the sunroof and roll down all the windows and air it out before I get back in. Nope, didn't have to worry about that. Slipped the credit card through, had the masks on. We were good to go. But anyway, that's my in other news. What about you?
Well, first of all, I have to agree with you. Went there a few months into this whole pandemic in order to get the fiance, the lady's oil changed with her, and it was great. It was, drive up. What do you need? Same idea. It was fantastic.
Loved it.
That was great. My in other news is going to the Fed chairman, the Federal Reserve chairman, Jerome Powell. Just, why? Why do you have to open your mouth? I understand that it's the truth. If you don't know what he said, he basically said that the recovery is continuing, but we're going to recover to a different economy. The economy we had is gone and dead, pretty much. He said, take it out back and bury it. He didn't say that. I'm saying that.
Yeah.
You know what it's going to do to the markets tomorrow? They pretty much just short everything, is what he just said. Just short it all. Doesn't matter what it is.
A guy like that in his position, words matter.
Yeah, he's the Federal Reserve chairman.
They slice and dice everything that guy says. He couldn't have the nerve. He could have at least had the nerve to wait till end of day Friday to say it.
Yeah.
So that markets were closing and maybe forget about that comment for a couple days, right?
5:30 p.m. on a Friday. You had to say it on a Thursday.
Unless that was his intent. Maybe. I am not going to put anything above or below this administration to do things that will benefit their own bottom line.
Ugh.
And this isn't a red, this isn't a blue thing. This is just us normal people against politicians altogether. I would say the same thing if a Democrat was in office and a Democratic administration said this. I'd be like,
I don't think
let's follow the money. Let's see who's making some money off of what just happened. Because
I don't think Janet Yellen would have come out on a Thursday and said that. She would have been like, Friday, 6 p.m.
No, but like I said, follow the money. You're gonna find some shady stuff.
Just as soon as that broke, I was like, really? The aftermarket stuff for so many companies was positive.
Yeah,
it was great. And then he says that, I'm like, you just tanked things for tomorrow.
Look, it is obvious we are in a different type of economy. Things are going to be very, very different in the next 4 years, in the next year, next 10 years.
I don't think it's even the next 10. I think it's perpetuity.
It's everything has changed, right? Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I don't envy this new administration coming in trying to fix everything. I mean, let's just even say things were awesome under a Trump administration. With this pandemic,
in some ways they were. The stock market's
how are you going to be able to fix everything going on in the economy with how the pandemic has affected it?
I don't think you could do it in 4 years. I don't even know if you could do it in 8 years.
No, it's gonna be tough. I mean, Congress can't even sit down and agree on a
stimulus bill.
On a stimulus bill. So
dumb. I mean, the dude was speaking at an event in Europe. Maybe he didn't think we'd find out.
Maybe. I mean, he is old enough to not know how the internet works.
I mean, yeah, CNN doesn't have international offices, right? The BBC
he doesn't realize that people on Twitter are gonna start talking. Right?
Oh, I'm sure they went nuts. I need to check.
Yeah, but I do have one more thing. I want to add one more thing. Apparently, Apple Maps was down.
Really?
On Twitter, I found out Apple Maps was down. All these people were like, Apple Maps.
Where's my phone?
My question to everybody is, who the hell uses Apple Maps?
Wait, is it still down? I'm checking.
I don't know. Who the hell uses Apple Maps?
You.
And if you do, grow up. Gross. There is Waze, and if you can't use Waze, there's Google Maps.
Well, you do know Waze.
Who would ever use Apple Maps? The only good thing about Apple Maps is if you have an Apple Watch, it will give you the directions and vibrate when it's time to turn. But other than that
could cause a traffic accident.
Maps.
How early does it give you the vibration?
Apple Maps is shit. So if you're using it, grow up and use Waze. Ugh, nasty.
First of all, I do want to answer to my question, but you do know that who owns Waze, right?
No, who owns Waze?
Google.
Oh, that's right. They purchased them.
Yeah.
They just do things better. And I am an Apple.
No, you're an ice sheep. Completely.
I am. I use all Apple products.
I know you got to
use Apple Maps because Apple Maps is shit.
Wait, I really want to know though. If you've used the Apple Maps when you're driving, how early does it alert you with the buzz that you need to turn? Is it like the turn's here, go now?
No, I think it's like at least like 100 meters or so.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
bad.
mean
Like
it's not bad.
If you're on a
I mean,
freeway, you're screwed.
look, usually in the car I have Waze on my phone, and then I also use the OnStar navigation. So I always have a backup to a backup to what I'm doing, so that if my phone goes out or if I get a call and I can't look at my phone, then I have my nav in my dash.
That was one of the
But
greatest updates that Apple did for iOS 14. If you have an app up, it just puts that little top bar in there. It doesn't take up your whole screen anymore when you go click accept. It's like, oh, I can still see the app I'm working on. Thank you.
you know who did that first? Android.
Samsung.
Android's been doing that since like
Day one.
day one, like 10 years ago when I first had a Samsung Galaxy, which
like,
are still far superior phones to an iPhone.
You mean like widgets?
Absolutely.
Well, here's
okay, wait. So far superior.
Here's the thing about
camera's
widgets.
Superior. Yeah. Everything about it is superior.
But here's my thing about the widgets, though. Apple computers had widgets years ago, as you remember. We're talking.
I think they basically stole that idea probably from.
And then Samsung stole it for mobile, and then Apple finally went, wait a second, we've had a widgets app from like 15, 20 years ago. Why don't we just put that on there?
Because I bet you the iOS team and then the desktop laptop team, they don't.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't get along.
Yeah,
You can't use our software.
Separate buildings.
Yeah, separate silos, if you will.
Yeah, competing.
Separate.
But anyway,
separate sizes.
That's all I got. I just wanted to say, if you use Apple Maps, grow the hell up.
There was something else the other day too. I don't remember what it was. So screw it.
Yeah. Anywho, that's all we got. Let us know in the comments what you think. I don't care if you subscribe, as long as you keep watching, but it would be cool if you subscribe. It would be cool if you told us and gave us some feedback. I know there's a couple people out there that are giving me a hard time with some of my opinions, which I'm totally okay with. Keep bringing them. But
you just invite hate, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Bring it. Let's have a conversation about it. Well, anyway, I'm DJ. That's Dustin. Peace. We out.